Hello there, and welcome to the Juhadre podcast in association with Rated R Esports.
Where who the hell knows where this conversation is going to take us?
Well, let's find out. Hello everyone, and welcome to this Season 2, Episode 4 of Juhadre. I am Juhadre.
I'm Alvatross.
And this is really exciting because this is our first time with video, actual video instead of just our logo.
Yeah, actually, I'm pretty nervous about this.
Why are you nervous though?
I've never done video. I already don't like my voice. I'm probably going to who the fuck is that old gross looking man?
You know, it's not fair that you say that because I'm a year older than you are.
You're old.
I know. I'm well aware.
Behind the camera, we have Bleen.
Yeah?
I'm back here. Sorry, you can't see me.
Okay, yeah. It's his camera, so thank you for letting us use your camera.
For sure.
Awesome.
All right, so let's do a couple of announcements here real quick.
Yeah, first announcement. If you guys take a look, Juhadre does not look beaten tired this time. Oh, man.
I have been up for an hour and 45 minutes instead of 45
minutes. A lot better,
minutes.
because last week you looked like you got hit by a train.
I probably had. I'm going to be honest, it was a really rough weekend for me. So I do feel a lot better. But some of you may have noticed that the stream did not go live last week, and we're going to talk about why today.
Oh, I do know about that.
Yeah, you do. When we were messing around with some of the settings earlier this week, I brought it up. But tomorrow, January 25th, 2020, at 7 Eastern Time, Rated R Esports will be playing in the Focus Championship Series.
Yes.
We will have a game, and so look for us at twitch.tv/Rated R Esports. That is going to happen. We're going to play, and I'm really looking forward to it.
I'm excited for it. I'm also excited to hit up Anaheim.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up February 21st.
It's coming up in a month from now. Mm-hmm. We're going to go see our Fortnite team and our Halo team compete, which is funny because I was listening to the radio this morning, and apparently the U of U has a Fortnite team.
Yes, they do.
I did not know that.
Yeah, their manager is a guy named Diddy. I've met him on the production team when I was casting for them.
See, now that's not the part that made me excited. Sorry, not excited, but surprised. We're getting to the point where you're going to get a scholarship for esports. Mm-hmm. It's crazy to think about. At first it was, you need the scholarship so you can play a sport, and now it's, you play a sport? What sport? Fortnite. What?
Well, and see,
I mean, the world is just shifting.
It was the same way when you could get an athletic scholarship. Like, thinking about how you would feel as an academic, and this guy gets to come and free ride at your college because he knows how to throw a ball into a circle.
Which makes some people, because no two people are the same. Mm-hmm. You've got, please nobody get offended by this, but you got your nerds and your jocks. That's just the stereotype.
You could say athletics and academics.
No, because not all academics
are nerds.
Not all nerds not all nerds play video games, and not all gamers are very good academics.
Oh, that's what you were meaning.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I was saying you kind of more of nerds and jocks.
I can see it.
Yeah. So very bad stereotype, but that's kind of.
And now I
my
think
description.
Our next announcement will be that I'm not going to try and insert our affiliate thing in the middle of our conversation anymore. I'd like to get that just out of the way. Everyone can see. This is my Soezic t-shirt. I love it a lot. It's a fancy little design here. It's very comfortable. I like the red color. I noticed it's a little bit deeper than other reds that I have at home.
Yeah, but like I said, red looks good on you.
Yeah, I like it a lot. And so, soezicclothing.co, you can find that on our Slink, which is just the website portion on our Twitter page at Juhadre.
And no hyphens, no spaces.
Nope. And if you use code Juhadre, you will get 15% off your purchase. And that 15% that you save, Soezic pays us so that we can then put it into our podcast and design a shirt where it'll have our Peas in the Pod logo. I
love that logo.
It's so much fun.
It's just awesome.
All right. And so don't forget to check that out. Get your shirts. And once we have enough, we will start... We'll get ours up in production. We're designing it like Alvatross said last week, and looking really forward to that.
Yeah, I've actually been talking to Crash about it.
Yes,
he's got quite a few different designs of what he's going for.
Yeah,
Some of them look good. Other ones are just you look at it, and you just want to laugh because it is very comical.
I like it.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think that's it for announcements, unless you have anything else.
I don't have anything.
All right. Well, then I think we get started with our topic of the day, if that's all right.
Did you come up with it, or did you do your thing this week?
No, I came up with this one.
Okay, what is it? I don't even know what the topic is. As usual.
I know you're not actually a big fan of that, about not knowing, and I'm sorry about that.
When was I not a fan of that?
A couple times I thought you said that you don't like being completely in the dark and not knowing what to say.
Oh, no. Okay, I think I do remember saying that. Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
Oh. Okay.
Sometimes I love it. Other times I don't.
Okay, well then, this is actually an opportune time to talk about this topic because it involves keeping people included in decisions and things. It's I think this expands to our entire society and our world as a whole, because I believe 90+% of problems that exist in this world are because of miscommunications.
You know, I did know that was a topic. I did know when you went off the other day. Oh boy.
Furious. Like, no one will see it here because I have since calmed myself, and it kind of wrangled my feelings. I really did.
You were very riled.
I was so riled. I was actually yelling. Yes, it was Tuesday. I was raising my voice and everything. It was anyway.
I hope it pissed my neighbors off. We still don't know them.
So, like I said, I believe that the vast majority of problems in general, are because of miscommunications and failure to do so.
So do you want to enlighten the audience on why that is the topic today?
I will, yes, but I want to also clarify that this is going to be our esports episode because this is overly important.
Mm-hmm. And I 100% agree with you.
In fact, would you find that tweet for me while I explain the story?
I think I know which tweet you're talking about.
Yeah, you should know the one. So here's what happened, everybody.
You're talking about the one that we both liked?
Yes, the one that I retweeted with a quote.
Yes, I will find that tweet
awesome.
for you.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So when at the beginning of season 2, we talked about a team that came to me and said they wanted to play for Rated R. And one of the first things I said to them was, I appreciate this, and I want to let you guys know now this is going to be like a part-time job. Mm-hmm. If you're going to be part of this, you need to dedicate your time, and you know it's going to take a lot. So, before we read it, that was the first thing I said. And then a week later, our coach put out a schedule, a boiler template schedule, and said, this is ideas that we have. Are you guys okay with this? And the answer was either yes or no answer. Therefore,
wait. When you go back, you're saying either they said yes or they didn't answer.
Correct.
There you go. Yeah. Those are your two options.
Right. So people either said yes. There were like one person who said, yeah, that works. And then 3 or 4 just did not say anything. Mm-hmm. And so if that's how that works, the default is the one that's spoken out loud.
I agree. All in favor. You go with what was
so said. Those two things were said, and then the week we were supposed to play last week, Friday, so the day before we're supposed to play in the Focus League, we're told this is too much of a time commitment. We can't handle it. We're too busy, so we're gonna leave. And my question to them was, then why didn't you say something 3 weeks ago when I asked if it was enough? Why didn't you say something 2 weeks ago when we said this is a flexible schedule? And the answer was that when I said it was like a part-time job, it intimidated and made a hostile environment so no one was comfortable speaking up.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
Is if I was going to join an esports team, I would expect myself to be needed at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Ta-da!
Because you have to practice in order to go professional.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
Think about it. If you want to go, how many times do you practice during high school when you're on a varsity team?
Yeah.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day after school or before school. Almost every day. I think there was one day that we had off. I think it was Wednesday because that was early day. But still, it was at least 4 times a week.
Right, exactly. And now, listen, I want to make it very clear. If you don't have the time to dedicate, I'm not going to hold that against you.
No, it's a personal commitment.
Exactly. But what I do hold against people is saying yes and then backing out for no reason.
After knowing that you were already uncomfortable with it.
Exactly.
Not speaking out.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why this tweet that I had you pull up, this is quoted from Brainless
Esports, yes.
Okay,
yeah.
Brainless Esports. Brainless Esports is someone who I follow on Twitter, and I saw them say this.
Which is funny because I totally retweeted this without even knowing you did. Mm-hmm. And anyways, it says, so Brainless Esports says, if you and your team don't know how to communicate back with us, please do not bother asking if we are willing to pick up your team. We do not care how talented you are, but if you simply can't communicate, why look for an organization? Just go to TO5.
Yep. And I retweeted that saying it's probably the best quote of the year.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because I said, so true, many today do not understand how communication can make or break a team. And I got so many messages in my DM. I got at least 5, which is kind of a lot for Twitter.
It really, especially because, like I said,
agreeing with me.
Yeah,
agreeing with. They were like, "Dude, you get it." And I'm like, "Yeah,
yeah."
Though I'm not on a sports team because I don't want to do that practice.
Right,
but that's me.
And so the reason I want to bring that is because it's not just me being a weird, sour old guy who thinks in the past.
Well, especially since you're really not scary.
I really don't think so.
You're really not.
Oh,
but
then
again, I can be very intimidating, so that might be why. Bleen?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Bleen agrees. You're not scary.
Oh, I think he was talking about you too.
Mostly you. You're not intimidating.
I've never had to intimidate you. Ask Moose.
Moving on. So, but
anyway,
I wanted that to be the clear thing. It's not me having an antiquated way of thinking.
Yeah.
This is how organizations work. And so for people who are wanting to play on a team or who think they want to play on a team, but you have got to communicate.
It also comes back down to not even communication. Back to it was like our second episode.
Accountability?
No, third episode then. Was this was a C word. Consistency. If you want to make it, you've got to be consistent about it. You can't just I play once a week. But communication was big on that. I'm 100% on your side.
And so
you should have spoken out.
And this now moves into, like I said, to every problem. I was actually talking to Bleen as we were waiting for you to get here. It's because everyone is afraid of offending or being offended. And here's the thing.
That's the world today. Oh, it's
and that's what I'm
ridiculous.
saying. That's what I'm saying is either you're meaning to be offensive or you're not. And it's up to the person listening to call you out on it and say, hey, that was a bummer. Did you mean to say it that way?
Yeah, and then say yes or no.
Yeah, exactly. You say, oh my gosh, I am so sorry you took it that way. Let me try again. And then all of our problems would be solved.
We didn't have to go to court.
That's what I'm saying. All you need to do is you need to just say it. If it offends and that wasn't your intent, say so.
Yeah.
My bad. Let's try that again. And if you are offended, say so.
I agree.
That sucked, man. Can we try that another way? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. And yes. Or say, yeah, I meant to be a dick there. I hope that you understood that and you learned from it. You know, that's what communication actually is. It's not assuming people can read your mind and that no answer is an answer. Because it's not.
Unless you're a woman?
No.
I'm just kidding. My wife doesn't do that.
Neither does mine. Which is why it's so frustrating to me.
She just throws it at me.
But so that's some of the stuff that I wanted to talk about is how important communication is. Because and here, we know every single Friday after work, we come here and we record.
Yeah, that's because that's what we communicated. That was what it is.
So,
we needed to be consistent with it.
We did 14 episodes in season 1, and we're on episode 4 of season 2.
Yes.
That is 18 weeks straight.
Yes.
18.
Yep.
Of every single Friday.
Yeah, and even Bleen's jumped in on it.
Exactly.
And he communicates.
Yeah.
Love you, Bleen.
Yeah.
And so, that's what I don't get why other people don't seem to understand this concept.
It's the generation nowadays. And argue with me all you want, not saying you, anybody, but it's coming down to again, people are getting too offended or they're just afraid to speak out. Like I tell everybody, I'm blunt. That's just how I am. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Right.
You know, you didn't sugarcoat it. Hey guys, if this is what our goal is, we need to do this. You got to treat this like a part-time job. That completely makes sense in my head. Whether you're just in anything, work, gaming, school, yeah.
And so, what I have to do from now on is I actually have a full Word document that's 3 pages long, setting forth expectations.
That is awesome.
It really is, but it also isn't, because it took me like a day to put the whole thing together and like 3 extra revisions. Not one contiguous day,
Yeah, I got what you mean.
but
That's awesome.
3 hours here,
Here's
6
all your
hours there.
expectations.
Yeah.
If you accept it,
And that's what I did. I now have 3 players who are 100% on board.
so you do have some players now.
I have some players. Like
That's
I said, we're
good.
playing on Saturday.
Good,
I have 3
good,
that
good.
are 100% on board. I have another one who said he had some loose ends he needed to tie up before he could fully commit, which, thank you for communicating.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey,
I
man.
res-
Thank you.
I respect, I want to, but can't commit right now 100 times more than yes, but later no. It's obscene.
I'm sorry that happened. I know it's not my fault, but I'm just sorry that you got in that situation. And like, I don't even want to look down on the people for it.
Neither do I, because again, it's not about. I don't necessarily think they're bad players or bad people.
But I think everything's a learning experience.
Exactly.
You know? Take this, move on from it. Let's learn from it. Move on.
I know that I now personally cannot trust them to be on my team,
Yeah, I mean
and that's where it ends. If they say hi or if they say they want to hang out, fine, but you're not on my team, and it will forever be that way.
It's the same thing with a job. You break that trust, it's hard to rebuild that.
Precisely.
You burnt the bridge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's, again, make sure that you're communicating things, because being honest up front is always better than breaking a promise later on, because then
knowing you were already uncomfortable with it.
Exactly.
In that situation, they should have spoke up. I agree with you.
And so it's so hard for my brain to wrap around why that logic even exists, because it's so simple to me.
Some people just don't think that same way, and I'm on your side. It hurts because the same thing at work when you're trying to get something done, and somebody didn't communicate something correctly to you.
Yep.
I will continue to ask the question.
Yep.
But then again, I've always been mouthy.
A little bit.
A little?
I haven't known you your whole life. So in the, gosh, what did we decide? 8 or 9 years?
I've been married for 5, so 6.
Has it only been that long? Oh yeah, because it was 7 where it becomes a lifelong thing.
Yeah,
right?
psychologists say
Yeah.
if your friendship is still strong at 7 years, there's a high chance it'll be lifetime.
So we're only 9 months away from well, that sounds creepy. Let's change it to 10 months.
It was I don't want another.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't want another baby.
We're about 10 months away from a lifelong friendship.
Yes.
And so
Which means me and Liquid are safe.
there you go.
Love you, Liquid. Can I just say, I want to touch the chinchilla.
Okay.
I want everybody to take a look at this. So I had to take mine off because it looked like a penis. I'm sorry if you get offended, but that's what it scientifically has been called. But anyways, I had the black windscreen on it. It just pops. It just looks weird. He's got this chinchilla. I would touch it, but I don't want the microphone to pick up. It looks like a chinchilla. And yes, I did pet it.
Multiple times.
It was so
Oh my
multiple.
God,
Like
what?
the entire time we were here on Tuesday, you just.
It is so soft.
It is very soft.
I'm getting
yes.
ready to purchase mine.
Good.
I just had to wait till payday.
Yeah, which happened yesterday/today. So woohoo!
Yesterday for me, today for you.
Today for me.
Yeah.
Got it today.
Go credit unions.
So actually, I learned about this. Apparently, your employer sends the money the same day to everyone. Mm-hmm. It's just how fast whatever system wants to put it out.
Yeah, my bank not disclosing it is amazing. They've always been really fast. So I get my monies.
It's weird to me that they can pick and choose that. It seems like it would be
It's like their
standard.
choice. They have like 3 days that they can do it. It's the same thing as like a refund. Oh, it can take up to like 3 to 7 business days.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It is, but at least they communicate it
Yeah. Oh my! Look at that. Did you see that? He used it.
every time.
Yeah. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I rant over, I guess. I cannot stress enough in every aspect of life. Just say it. If someone gets angry and they don't tell you they're angry, that is on them.
Just calmly explain it.
Yeah.
Just a conversation should always be a two-way street.
Agreed.
Always leave it open because interpretation can be taken how as one wants.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the time, the reaction given from that is what's caused. So if I would have came to you and had a disagreement, as long as it came back appropriately, I know you. You would have been fine.
Yep.
Hey, let's talk about this. Well, let's see what we can work out.
I think we've done that a couple times, actually.
You've talked about it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had the two guys that were paired up that were actually doing really good with each other. You guys were trying to assign days that you guys were going to play.
When I said we, I meant you and me specifically.
No, these were two guys on your team.
Right. I know what you're talking about, but what I meant by saying we have done that was...
yeah, we've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and I have done that.
Yes.
Look at that. We
Yes,
just
we
did
have.
it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You know, be clear, be concise, and if you don't understand, ask a question. Because if you don't know the answer to the question, why are you going to get in trouble for it?
Something funny. My wife tells me I communicate too much sometimes. Which is why when people ask the question, do you really trust your husband? She goes, he keeps nothing from me. Sometimes I have to tell him to stop.
Yep. I love that so much. That makes me so happy.
I don't hide anything. I have really good communication.
There's no reason to hide anything.
There's some things that I should be hiding that she doesn't want to know about. But I don't hide anything from her.
Mm-hmm. I think it should be that way.
I shared that little script with her just to annoy her. But yeah, I don't hide anything from her. So communication. Communication's always been a big goal of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very big on, okay, let's talk about this. Let's get all of our expectations, directions, regulations. Let's get it out on the table so we all know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when somebody just brings something up, doesn't give you all the information, and assumes you know.
The assumption, you know the phrase, right?
Yeah, assuming makes an ass out of you and me.
Yep.
Yes.
And it always has and it always will.
It really does. That's why I like being clear and concise.
Mm-hmm.
It's just how I've always been.
Another quick example of an assumption made, I have been searching for players for the last 4 days. Actually, I've been trying to fill 2 rosters, so looking for 10 people instead of 5, for the last month. Like, since January started, I've been looking for players.
Mm-hmm.
And I have made the mistake a couple times of thinking that people will know that they need to read in our Discord server, and if they see them pinged, that message applies to them. Like, a lot of people wait for direct messages, and that's on me for not saying, you have to watch this. Okay? On me. But then when I do direct message people and say, have you found a team? Can you join us tonight? Are you still looking for a team? Do you need to scrim? All those things. I'll get an answer that says, like, why do you ask? Or, what about this thing? Or this thing? And I will answer and then not hear from them for multiple weeks.
That's annoying.
It really is. Because one of them was a player. I said, have you found a team? They're like, no, I haven't. Can you send me the list of the other members? I said, there are no other members. I'm building a team from scratch. Silence. For like 4 days.
Really? I would have been like, cool. Or
Either cool, I would like to join, or
yeah, exactly.
That's a bummer. I hope you find what you're looking for, but I'm not interested. Just one sentence is all it takes. Just say, then I'm not interested. Thank you for your time.
Oh God, I'm going on his rant again.
It's too easy with this because
I know.
It's such a simple concept, and
Yes.
I don't understand how people don't get it.
I completely agree.
And so when you go into your esports searching, when you go into your jobs, when you go into marriages and any relationship, just communicate. Nobody likes a liar. Nobody likes a flake. Everyone likes honest, open communication.
Correct. And going back a little bit, not just a liar, just somebody who just doesn't open up.
Okay.
Yeah. So
It is a less harsh term.
less harsh, yeah. Because just because you don't communicate doesn't mean you're lying. But
That's fair.
yeah, I have people in my life that just don't talk.
Bummer.
Yeah, you got to rip it out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's horrible.
And
Yes, I agree.
It's too much work.
It is too much work, so I just give up.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
then
then
they ask, dude, what happened? I'm like, I asked you a question you didn't answer. What do you want me to do?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think that leads us to our next segment.
Indeed it does, sir.
What the F?
What the F?
Yes.
The weekly What the F.
Yes, and
I
we're
love
still
this.
working on a transition, but we can't come up with, we can't come together on an idea. But we're working on it. Okay. I don't remember who went last week.
We need to see who won the vote first.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I believe I went first last week because I had the story about the lady with the book at the intersection.
Oh, that's right. You did go first last week, but
Yeah.
let's check this out.
So then
okay.
I think what we're going to need to do is we're going to start with you, then go Bleen, and then me.
Okay,
And-
let's figure this out. So I'm on my page. Let's go tweets and replies, and it was
Did we go only 6 votes again?
no. Unfortunately, this time we only got 4.
Well, 4 is better than 0.
It is better than 0. Okay, what? Okay, so here are the options. Reading Between the Lanes. What was yours? Best Buy Round 2. That was Bleen's. I can't believe that's why. Okay, and Mixed Signals.
Yep.
That was
That was
Albatross.
yours with
Yes.
the...
Okay.
All right.
What do you think it was?
I think it was Best Buy.
You think it was Best Buy? What did you think?
I honestly have no idea. Reading the between the lines was
It was pretty bad.
pretty bad.
Why'd you be reading while you're...
Moving on.
Yeah, anyways. It was Best Buy Round 2. It won by 2 votes.
So it was
There's only
1, 2,
4.
1.
Yeah, it was 1-2-1, yeah.
You know what? That's the most mixed the voting has been. So
Yeah, because last time it was all on you.
yeah, it was like 5 to 1.
I think I should nominate myself, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, he did.
We didn't give him a choice.
No.
Yeah, and
Okay, so
I'm actually very grateful that you guys did that. It makes it more fun. I think it makes it a little bit more real.
well, you know what? Because we all have our what the F moments.
we do.
We
We
do.
honestly do.
I have mine all the time. I had mine today, but I'm not getting. That's not my.
That's not your
vote.
nomination?
No. Anyways, Bleen. So since you won, I think you to go first.
I get to go first?
Yes.
Oh,
What was your what the
crap.
F moment of the week?
So, I have some coworkers, one in particular, who we have this procedure where you have somebody double check your first piece. I work in a metal shop, for those who don't know. You have somebody else double check that you've done your work right before you build all 1,000 of your parts.
Yeah.
That's why we have quality check.
Yep,
people.
and that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So, he didn't. Now, all the normal stuff that you check for, you know, the size is right, the angle is right, because he was bending boxes.
Mm-hmm.
But what he didn't notice was he had something wrong in the tooling to bend it, so the bend was a little bit off in one section of it, kind of bulging, and it's very obvious. So, he could have easily had this caught and fixed after one part had he gone to somebody else and say, hey, come first article my part.
Mm-hmm.
If it was me, I would have looked at it and been like, what's this bump here? Oh, you need to change that tooling. That's the wrong size tooling. Instead, he got in trouble with the owner of this company. So, yeah. That's my what the F is. Just follow procedures. When you're given procedures, they protect you. Follow. Yeah. He didn't.
I can agree with that. There's a reason why we have procedures.
Yeah, it's a mega
They're
bummer too, because like he said, you know, I don't know exactly how many he built, but
before they caught it.
yeah, like just imagine the rework you have to do if you've done even 20.
I'm thinking of our job, and I'm like,
Yeah, it doesn't go well.
no, it does not. Okay, awesome. Go ahead, Juhadre.
You get to go last again. That's fine. That's fine. Mine's weird.
Yeah, mine's mean.
Okay. All right. Mine goes to the moron who hasn't changed his address, for whom we still get mail after living at my house for 3 years.
3 years?
3 years.
Wow.
For the first year we lived in that house, I would take every letter and handwrite return to sender does not live here for 1 full year.
Yeah, because that's the procedure.
Yeah. So after a full year...
Oh, come on. You're not going to give me that one?
I see what you did there now. That took me, I was like,
Thank
what are you talking about?
Thank you.
There's going to be a ding. Yeah, I did a whole year. I think that's a respectable amount of time for someone to get their crap together. So now I just keep throwing it away. I don't shred it. I just toss it right in the garbage. The recycling bin. My wife is actually really big on the recycling thing.
Is she?
Oh, yeah. I don't care. So half of our garbage is mixed anyway, but she cares and actually is very, very big on
Better
it.
hope she don't listen to this.
She doesn't, but she already knows my opinion. I tell her. I'm like...
That's fine.
So, story time after that, if that's okay. But anyway...
It's like I always say, save it for the podcast.
We get IRS statements. And
those are supposed to be like 100% up to date. Those go off your driver's license.
Yeah. It's important stuff. And this guy, and it's not one person. It's multiple people.
Okay.
Like, I can name 4 names off the top of my head whose mail we still get.
That is ridiculous.
I've even gone to the post office and said, anyone whose name is not my last name does not live here. Do not send it to us, please. And we still get it. So that means he's still putting that address on stuff.
Yeah, that sucks. I wish it worked that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no.
So, yeah, that's mine because I had to throw away yet another really important document yesterday.
That sucks. Mm-hmm. Oh.
Change your address.
Change your phone number.
Change your phone number.
I've had my
Change
phone
your
number
undies.
for at least 5 years.
I have a story for that one.
I still get phone calls for somebody named Greg. It's always the same name, so...
Yeah, I had the same thing with my number because I inherited it from work. I had a work phone number.
Oh, that's right, you did.
And then cut it over to a personal account. But anyway, that's mine, is change your mail. Like, update your address.
There's nothing more annoying because I love getting letters and packages. I've actually got a package for somebody in a different name because they ordered something off Amazon and forgot, I moved to a new place. I should probably send it to my new address. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did send it back. I'm not a package thief. I did send it back. Said return to sender. This person does not live here. Mm-hmm. And I actually got a thank you from Amazon because they can pull up your address because your address is in their system. So it was pretty cool. That was in college. So probably something really cool in that box too.
Yeah, man. Could you imagine if it was like a part for a car or something really expensive? You'd be like, ooh.
No, it was pretty light.
Dang it.
It was maybe like just this big. I was really hoping it was like one of those green lasers because I was really into those at the time. Yeah, Moose still has mine. Bastard. Anyways, okay, my story.
Your story.
Fuck you, Karen.
Oh,
okay?
that's right.
Oh my gosh. No. I can have two. I have 2, but I'm only going to say one. I'm done with the automobile one. I'm not going to say that one.
Okay.
So I'm at Walmart because my wife decided that she's going to go to a birthday party and we have no sugary foods in this house.
I saw your posts about that.
I've been craving just something sweet. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so she goes to the birthday party, but I didn't go. It was the day that we were doing...
doing our test up and
stuff. So she gets back and I'm all excited. She gets home and I'm like, did you get me cake? No, she didn't bring me my freaking cake. She forgot it. Yeah, I did roll off the couch onto the floor and I threw a little tantrum. My kids looking at me like, "The fuck are you doing, man?"
He's seen you do that before.
He has, yeah. But he's
the
just
more confusing thing. He's just like, "How come I can't get away with this, but Dad can do it?"
Probably going on and said yes, but that's not the story. So anyways, the next night I went to Walmart because my sister-in-law for my wedding she makes really good cakes. She made a pumpkin spice cake, and she made a sandcastle out of it. It was really good. So I asked her. That. So my wife's like, I can make the same thing. I know how to make it. I was like, oh, you do? Why have you not made this in the 5 years that we've been married?
Because you haven't asked?
I shouldn't have to ask.
But that's communication.
Damn it. Anyways, so I'm at Walmart. My kid's in the car. My wife's at work. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get the stuff. I just need spice cake, can of pumpkin, and just frosting because we've got eggs and everything else at home. So I'm standing there at Walmart, not in the way. I'm off to the side. I'm not blocking anybody. And I'm looking at all the different cakes. I'm looking down each row. And then this lady walks up the aisle, looks at me, and then moves her cart right in front of where I'm looking at. Now, normally I would have gone off on this lady, but my head hurt really bad that day, and my kid was already not having a good day either, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm not even going to deal with this. So I just peeked over her, because you could see through the cart. I was like, look, I'm not going to make a big deal. I just want to get out of here. I'm not in the mood.
Right.
So she moves out of my way and my first, back up. My first initial thought, I wanted to look at my son and go, I'm so glad that you show respect and don't just walk in front of people like this asshole Karen right here. But again, it was just me and my son. My head was pounding. It was pounding. I hadn't had a doctor. I only had one Dr. Pepper that day. For some reason, caffeine really helps out my head.
I think a lot of people.
It helps out a lot of people. But
Right.
anyways, I only had one that day because I've been eating so much crap. But so then she left and she was down. So I didn't see any spice cake. So I was like, I'm just gonna go home. I don't care. I just want to go home. So I'm walking and I look down. I'm a people watcher, so I look down all the aisles I'm going by. Like, I see her down the condom aisle, and I had to fart really bad.
Wait, the condom or condiment?
Condiment.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Anyways, and we
Did
call that
I miss that?
We call that the
No.
family planning section, but no.
Right.
That's what it's saying. Family planning. It should be family no planning. Come on, people.
No, you're right because
Yeah.
it's preventing the making
Exactly.
of a family.
No, we're not planning. Anyways, but so she's down the condom aisle and
Condiment.
condiment. Did I say condom?
Twice.
Damn. Down the ketchup aisle. Okay.
It's a lot of ketchup.
Yeah, it really is. They have a lot. She's down there, and I was so tempted just to walk down, stand right in front of her until she said something, and then just crop dust her really loud.
Oh my gosh.
Just because, but then again, I was just like, you know what? My head hurts. Fuck it. I'm just gonna go home. So I did. I ended up going home, but I was seriously like, what the F are you doing, lady? She looked me right in the eyes and saw that I was looking at what she parked her cart in front of. Fuck you, Karen.
Is that what you're gonna title your submission on the poll?
Fuck you, Karen. So there it is.
Well done.
Yeah.
All right. So,
So that was it. So we've got procedure.
Procedure.
We've got.
what do I want to call this? I want to say just to change your address. I think that's really all it takes. Or should there be some pun about mail or something?
Mail fail.
The mail fail.
I like that. It rhymes. Mail
like it.
fail
Thank
and
you,
then
Blaine.
fuck you, Karen. Seriously, how much? I know it's Walmart.
I didn't want to say it out loud, but you did choose to go to that store. But at the same time, there should be a little bit more respect for human beings.
There really should. But anyways, moving on.
So that's going to do it for our...
Wait, I have a surprise for both of you.
Oh, dear.
I went to the store, and I found these shirts, and they made me think of you guys.
Oh, man. What the F, man?
It's a Llamageddon!
It's what I gotta say.
Llamageddon!
That's awesome.
I love this shirt!
Oh, please have boobs.
No,
I couldn't find one of those.
I can fix everything for stupid.
except for stupid.
Oh, sorry. I can't believe I read that wrong. Okay, I can fix everything except for stupid. That
I
is
like
so
that.
awesome.
I like that a
That's
lot.
so funny because I'm
All
always
right, and
saying
Blaine has one
And
too.
then I got one myself. Sarcasm loading.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
fuck it, I'm putting on it right now.
Oh my goodness, I love this shirt. The Llamageddon. Look at that, everybody. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that is seriously my attitude. I hate stupid. I really do.
Well, thank you, Blaine.
No problem.
Blaine, oh, that was good. That was good. And that's gonna do it for our segment. Again, outro pending. But
Drum roll.
oh no, we're not done.
It was just a
That
segment.
was just a segment.
He's leaning over to turn off the camera.
Anyways,
Looked like you were waiting
okay,
for
you
me.
said you had a story about your wife and recycling.
Oh, yes. When I was a Cub Scout, so we're talking 8, 9 years old, we did a service project where we went to the dump or a dump or somewhere that did stuff with trash and recycling and such.
Yes.
And when we got there, we were going to like sort cans and bottles and things like that. But when I looked at the conveyor belt, like, I have never seen a dump or place like this ever since. But there was this long conveyor belt that wrapped around the yard, and there were guys standing at the belt with gloves and masks and hats, and they were sifting through the garbage, knocking milk cartons and boxes and things off the belt. So ever since then, in my mind, I say, if they pay people to do this, why do I need to separate it?
You know, I actually understand your question. The problem is I'm right in between.
Yeah?
Yeah. In between, because obviously, well, we could not be lazy and just do it ourselves, and then we don't have to pay somebody to do that. But then that takes a job from somebody that actually uses that to support their family.
Precisely. But in addition to that, it's not like you can just throw things into the recycle bin.
Here's my other question. Why did they bring Cub Scouts there when these guys are you explained wearing hazmat stuff?
No. We weren't at that section. It wasn't hazmat. It was like, little doctor gloves and one of those masks that just keeps dust out of your face.
Okay. You mean I was imagining like, we've got the chemical mask with the suit. And,
No. It's just
because some of that can be biohazardous.
And you're right. But no, some people are responsible with their recycling, and they keep their bottles and their cans separate, and they had already sorted it. And so we then had to just, they would dump a bag in, and we would have to take the glass and put it in this bin and stuff like that. But no, it wasn't biohazard.
I think that's lazier than me, though.
So here's the other thing. Like I said, you can't just recycle something. A pizza box is almost unrecyclable.
Because of all the grease.
Yeah, so they won't take it. So it goes in the garbage. Mm-hmm. But if you put it in the recycling, guess what?
It still goes to the recycle.
It goes to the recycling place, and they throw it in the garbage.
Yes.
Milk cartons, you need to rinse it out.
Mm-hmm.
Bottles, rinse it out. Cans, rinse it out. Otherwise, it doesn't count.
You're actually correct on that.
So why am I going to wash my garbage just to put it in a fancier place? My dad agrees with me.
No, like I said, I agree with you. I can see both sides.
Right. And so I told my wife that story and said, look, I will do these things for you, but just understand that if this is the only bag going in our blue can that goes out to the curb, I'm not doing that. I'm going to put it in the black one and move one can instead of two. And so that's how I do. I'll still rinse out my milk cartons and the orange juice cartons. I do that for her, and I put the junk mail in the recycling one because I know she likes that, and I can do something, but I do not overdo.
Nope, I understand. That might be a little bit lazier than me. Actually, no.
I'm not surprised.
Let's let the listeners decide. Do you know why I don't recycle?
Why?
The brown trash can's closer.
All right. And I think on that note, we're going to have to wrap this up because we're going a little long.
Are we?
It's about average. Average now.
I don't know. I'm in a really good mood despite having a horrible day at work.
Yeah. I'm glad you're in a better mood.
Yeah, I finally got my cake.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This is Juhadre, Season 2, Episode 4. I am Juhadre.
I'm Alvatross17. Don't forget to find us on social media. We've got Twitter at Juhadre, at Juhadre, at Alvatross17, at Bleen with 3 N's.
3 N's.
That's so funny to me.
If you go to @Juhadre, you can find all of our links to all of our accounts, including the email.
Yes,
sir. It's on our Slink link.
JuhadrePod@outlook.com.
Yes, go ahead and find us. Now we're doing video on YouTube, but the podcast will still be up on Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and I have not heard an update on Pandora.
Nor have I, but getting DreamHack ready are
I've just been more focused on that.
Exactly.
I don't blame them.
Yeah.
This one's bigger than most. But nice. That'll do it for Juhadre. Have a nice night.